Hey, Dave from the Centurions Review. This is the last Starfighter tunnel chase game today. I'm going to show you how to play the game. Normally it's a game for 2 to 25 players, but today I'm just going to run both sides just to show you the rules. The first thing I'm going to show you is the setup. The setup, you take this piece here, which connects all 6 tunnels. And what I like to do, let's find the entrance piece. Just put the entrance piece somewhere where it's convenient and connect all the tunnels on the other pieces to create the asteroid. Alright, that's the completed asteroid. Okay, to start, each player just chooses a ship, so we're going to have a blue ship and a yellow ship, so we got a blue ship sheet and a yellow ship sheet. We're not going to use custom fighters for, this is just to teach you how to play, so we'll just use the built-in stats, the default ones, which are speed 6, handling 4, accuracy 4, and protection 10. First thing that happens is each player rolls a dice to see who will be in the lead and who will be behind. Blue rolls a 3. And yellow rolls a 6. So yellow will choose to be behind, so blue will be in the front, so we roll a dice to see how far in front he is. 1. So he starts there, and yellow starts there. So now here's how the order works. Each player chooses a speed and secret. It can be a maximum of 6, because that's the maximum a ship can have in this game, and that's what their stats have. And they will choose their speed, and then the player with the higher speed will move first, and then he will do his navigation checks, and then the player with the slower speeds will move second and do his navigation checks. And then if any of the ships are pointing at each other and they're within 8 spaces and a direct line of sight, they may shoot at it then. So blue is going to choose a speed of 6. And yellow, this is done in secret, but yellow will choose a speed of 4, not knowing what blue's going to choose. So here's what happens. Blue will move 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and notice he went through this curve that has a rating of 2. So let's get out the chart here. He's got a handling of 4. And his speed is 6 and the curve rating is 2. So that means he has to roll a 5 or greater on 2 dice in order to successfully navigate the curve. Yes, he does. So the next player goes then. Yellow will move 1, 2, 3, 4, and he's got to do the same navigation check. And he's on the same chart, so he'll need the same number. And he gets a 10. He gets through there without any problems. But notice yellow is now within 8 of blue, and he's pointing directly at him. And and if you put a straight edge there, it would be a direct line of sight, so he can shoot. So he's got a range of 1, 2, 3 to him, and he's going to roll 2 dice. He rolls an 8. So his accuracy, let's see if we can get this in focus. His accuracy is a 4, his range is 3, and he needs a minimum of a 6 to hit, so he gets 1 hit on him. So blue takes 1 hit. It's already marked off on there. But that's how regular movement works. We're going to show you some of the other rules. Part of the map here are narrow tunnels, and the way narrow tunnels work, when you're going through them, each space on a narrow tunnel has a navigation check. And if there's a curve too, you add the curve to the navigation check. So if the space has a 4 and the curve is a 4, then you're basically trying to do a check on an 8. So let's pretend this guy went 4 spaces through here. So he's got a handling of 4, so let's go to the handling of 4 table. First space, he's going a speed, yellow's going a speed of 4. So 4 and a curve rating of 3, he needs a 4 or better on 2 dice. So he actually fails on the first one, so yellow takes 1 damage because he rolled a total of 2. On the second space, That's a curve rating of 4, so he needs a 5 or better. Fails again. This guy's having some bad rolls. And then the third space he went through was a 4, so it needs the same number. He rolls under a 5 again. This is unbelievable. So this last space here, since it's a 4 on the space and the curve's a 4, it'll be considered a curve rating of 8. So let me see if I can get this in focus. Curve rating of 8, handling or speed of 4 and a handle of 4. He needs a 9 or better. So he only rolled a 6, so he took another damage. This doesn't happen during normal games. This guy's just having really bad luck, but it did successfully demonstrate what can happen. The reason you're taking a check on each space is because you're actually, when going through these narrow areas, it's considered that you're going sideways. So the next rule we're going to talk about is collisions. Okay, for this collision, what happened is yellow moved and then blue moved, and they ended up on the same space. So here's what has to happen. In secret, each ship determines its altitude. 1 and 2 is low, 3 and 4 is medium, 5 and 6 is high. So in secret, blue chooses 4 and yellow chooses 3. So they collided. If there's no collision, nothing happens. But so since they collided, each one will take 1 damage. That's because it's a collision from the rear. However, there's another situation. Another collision that can occur is if they're coming right at each other and it's a head-on collision, and if they both fail in that case, they both take 2 damage. So believe it or not, what I just showed you is the rules for the entire game. That's it. The game's that simple. I enjoy the game. If you want to read a review on it, just go to centurionsreview.com. I've written up a nice review about it, and I think you'll enjoy reading the review. Anyhow, click like on this video, and please subscribe to my channel. Thanks.